Welcome to Politics Today. Our first guest is President Truman. So President Truman, can you explain the Truman Doctrine and the Marshall Plan?
I created the Truman Doctrine to declare that the U.S. would assist any country whose stability was threatened by communism. The Marshall Plan came afterwards to make sure that Congress would send military aid to any country in Europe to help them recover.
So exactly what is NATO and its purpose?
NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. All members of NATO are allies, so we pledge military support to one another so that in case any of our members are attacked.
So what is HUAC?
HUAC stands for House of Un-American Activities Committee, and it was created by Congress after World War II to investigate communist influence outside and inside of the U.S. government.
In the Truman Doctrine, you mentioned containment. What exactly is containment?
Containment was meant as a strategy to prevent Soviet Union expansion.
For your last question here today, can you explain to us the domino theory?
Our government believes that if one country falls to communism, its neighboring countries will fall soon after. This is why we need to put an end to communism.
Well, thank you so much for being here today, President Truman.
Thank you for having me.
And now we welcome Stalin. So Stalin, how do you feel about brinkmanship?
Brinkmanship is when my country, Russia, is competing with America, which of course does not compare to my Russian power.
Oh, well, that's your opinion, Stalin. So anyway, how do you feel about alliances? After all, you did form the Warsaw Pact.
Alliances are for the weak. The Warsaw Pact was formed in 1955 for the success of communism.
Speaking of communism, did you hear about the spies in America that were arrested for spreading information and communism ideas in America?
Ethel and Julius Rosenberg are really appreciated for their bravery and work. Spies are really essential for the spread of communism.
That's very kind of you to say, Stalin. So anyway, what's up with the Berlin Wall and airlift?
America brought that on to themselves. Ireland is trying to block non-Soviets from the Soviets, and America can just get their own food.
Okay, well thank you for coming today, Stalin.
Thank you for having me.
Now we welcome Joseph McCarthy. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, is it true that you came up with a list of communists right before re-election?
Yes.
Well, that's quite convenient considering you weren't going to be re-elected before, isn't it?
No, not at all. I had sources come
Do these
forward.
sources have names?
Well, of course they do.
Well, who are they?
I can't reveal them.
Why not? We're just supposed to take your word for it?
Of course, only someone soft on communism would question if they were truly communist.
Well, I don't think that's really true.
Are you a communist?
Of course I'm not.
I think you are.
I'm not, I swear.
You're a communist, take her away.
No,
I can't see you.
Welcome back to Politics Today. I'm currently filling in for Sydney because she's under interrogation. Our next guest is President Eisenhower. So, President Eisenhower, the Eisenhower Doctrine was a foreign policy you declared in a speech in 1957. Exactly what did it do?
Well, under the Eisenhower Doctrine, any country that was being attacked by another country could ask for American assistance, whether it was for economic or military aid.
Exactly what was the main reason the Eisenhower Doctrine was issued?
The main reason was because at that time, a lot of Arab countries were being influenced by communist countries, and those communist countries were kind of attacking them and trying to get them to be communist, but under the Eisenhower Doctrine, it helped those Arab countries and protected them from the communist influences that they were getting.
As a president during the Cold War, what was your general opinion of the U.S.'s involvement in the Cold War?
Well, in my opinion, because we're a democratic country, I think it was the U.S.'s duty to stop communism from spreading to the whole entire world.
Let's welcome our final guest, Prime Minister Winston Churchill. A year after World War II ended, you delivered in a speech using the term Iron Curtain. Can you tell us what it is?
The Iron Curtain is a physical boundary that separated Europe into two separate areas. The West, which included Great Britain, was the self-governing nation, and the East was under the control of the Soviets.
Why was an Iron Curtain necessary?
An Iron Curtain was necessary because there were tensions going on between the Soviets and the East, and we really wanted to separate ourselves, the West, from those tensions. So in that case, an Iron Curtain was very necessary.
Hey, thanks for coming, Prime Minister Winston Churchill.
You're welcome.
And that's it for Politics Today. We'll see you next week.